Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Will's Review. I'm your host, Will D. And today I'm going to start off with some sports talk. First things first, the San Antonio Spurs got washed last night. The Golden State Warriors beat them by 36 points. You'll hear it here first. I'm predicting LeBron James getting another ring this year because San Antonio was the only team that could have stopped him. Kevin Durant is a jinx, and there's no way in hell that the Celtics are beating the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Championship. So it looks like fair and square this time. LeBron James might just win a ring. Be it first. Other than that, some interesting stuff. Does anybody remember like Yahoo and how Yahoo disappeared for a while, even though it had the really catchy commercials because Google just blew up? And then they tried making a comeback, right? They tried putting themselves WWE. They made themselves like the fantasy sports page because it was free and stuff like that. Well, Twitter's been suffering the same issue as Yahoo. And in comparison to Instagram and Facebook, Twitter is slowly dying out because I think eventually everyone, like I figured out a long time ago, Twitter's just a status section of Facebook. So there's no point to it. I mean, unless, of course, you want to follow Kardashian all day as they talk about the same crap they talk about on Facebook too because they, stream them together. Anyway, they're desperate to try and pull in more advertisers and get more viewership. So one of their brilliant ideas is to like link up with other organizations. But one that caught my eye was the WNBA. And that's why I'm talking about this now. Who the hell thinks they're going to blow up in association with the WNBA? No disrespect to the female ball players, but in all honesty, we know no one in this country takes that league seriously. We only really look at women's basketball like we look at women's soccer when it comes time for the Olympics. It's just a thing. So I don't know what they're going for. Most female athletes in the sport of basketball make more money playing abroad, and Twitter trying to build an American audience that's slowly leaving them. I don't think this is the most brilliant idea you guys could have done. Just putting that out there. Other than that, some good local sports news is that Derek Jeter had his jersey retired this past Sunday, so I want to congratulate him. Thank you, Yankees, for showing this guy some love, even though he's about to go and buy a team in Florida. But I mean, this is, in all honesty, I know many people won't agree with me, but I think Derek Jeter's number should just be retired league wide ASAP. Just because, I mean, we're talking about a guy who is a 11-time All-Star. He has more than 5 records that he tops on the Yankees list, 6 all-time batting or hit leader with 3,462 hits in his career. A Rookie of the Year, multiple World Series. I mean, even on the decline, after 2009, the Yanks in general were on a decline. Derek Jeter pretty much kept his bat. Defensive player for the American League, for the entire league, number 1 hitter for the league. I mean, this guy, he just did everything. One of the few baseball players not to get caught up in the steroid scandals, which happened during his time as a player. And in general, I think the only thing that was really bad that Jeter was, notably did was date Mariah Carey. But who hasn't done that, right? So all in all, this guy is top tier. Everybody in the league loves him. This only one of 11 people to ever be captain of the New York Yankees. And I mean, if you're a top player on one of the most all-time teams, the greatest team in sports history, no team has done what they've done in any sport respectively. New York Yankees. I mean, come on. And it's Derek Jeter. Come on. That's just my opinion. This wouldn't be the first player on the team to have their number retired league-wide. Just saying. And last but not least on the sports news is a while back, everybody saw that Kobe went to therapy in Europe, and Peyton Manning soon followed. This, what is it? It's like cell treatment therapy, where pretty much they're trying to rebuild the torn muscles and ligaments in the body, and it was effective for them. They both came back and had winning seasons afterwards. This is becoming more common, and they're trying to promote this more in sports here in America. So now they're trying to bring this over from Europe to America, and hopefully they're saying that if this produces more positive results, it'll increase the longevity of these players, And if they see players playing longer in the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to start using this as therapy in general for the masses to give the elderly more mobility as they get older and older. So that way, less canes, less this, less problems in general. So just something to keep your eye on, see if who else gets hurt, see how they recover, and eventually you might get the same treatment in the next few years. On that note, we're going to head to our first commercial break. When we come back, there's a lot of celebrity news to talk about. So we'll be right back. Danny, if you could.
Insane killer Kane on the beat.
So we're back. First piece of news I wanted to talk about was last week I mentioned that they were going to bring back American Idol. So this week I bring to you the first of the judges, Katy Perry. Now, I know she has a big career, but it's probably because of her really think she's going to be the right type of person to judge a vocal competition? Let's be real. Huh? They had J-Lo, but here's the thing. At least J-Lo is an overall entertainer, right? If you were to put Michael Jackson on something, he's not the greatest vocalist of all time, but he's one hell of an entertainer, and the man knows his music. This is Katy Perry, right? She knows Russell Brand, right? Russell Brand is doing what now these days? My point exactly. I know she did something on Sesame Street, yay, and she got a lot of crap for that because of her. But I don't know what they're thinking. I know it's always supposed to be the nice one, but something tells me she's going to be a real B. Other than that, Paris, since I just mentioned Michael Jackson, his daughter Paris has been making a name for herself the last 2 months by being friends with other people who are somehow celebrities. And she's using this as a way to promote health and lifestyles, although she's been seen smoking cigarettes herself, and posted up a nude photo of herself the other day, which really wasn't nude. I mean, it was, but she doesn't show anything. It's kind of just like side boob, if anything. And I'm just trying to figure out, how is Paris Jackson relevant to anything at all? I mean, Mike's gone. She's nobody. The custody battles are over. Just because she's friends with someone else who isn't really even, all that important either. I don't know. This is one of those things about celebrity world I'll just never truly understand. But since we are talking celebrity children, North West, who possibly has one of the dumbest names in all of entertainment, I must say, turns to be out a little bit more like her father than her mother. Thank God. And the other day, little girl just wanted some ice cream. She goes with her mom to get some ice cream. The paparazzi comes out of nowhere and she spazzes on him, telling him to take no more photos. It's too much, da-da-da. And I must say, little North West, though there wasn't much hope for your future from jump considering who your parents are, maybe, just maybe, you might be turning out okay. Just have to say that, put that out there. Little girl doing her thing. Another bit of weird news is, I don't know how many people remember David Spade, right? He's that guy from the show Just Shoot Me, this little dude in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies. 52 years old. And he's dating Naya Rivera. Naya Rivera was Santana on Glee, this really attractive Latina female, a lot of spunk, who became irrelevant after losing somehow a self-made rivalry with Lea Michele, who is continually doing work, actually has a new show coming out called The Mayor later this fall. It'll be on ABC. ABC is trying to do whatever they can to keep ratings right now. But it's the weirdest couple because Naya's like 30 and really hot. And David Spade is David Spade, often confused with Andy Dick. If you don't know who Andy Dick is, look him up. Look up David Spade. The two of them are often confused. Why, I don't know. But the mere fact that he's confused with Andy Spade and he's with Naya Rivera, all of that does not make any sense. If you don't believe me, I'm telling you, Google image it. It will blow your mind. Last week, they announced that the 2018 Grammys will be held in New York City. I'm already warning you. Get ready for MTA to be completely and utterly useless in Manhattan and in Brooklyn. As if it isn't already, but we think it's bad now. I love award shows, don't get me wrong. I love celebrities. I see them almost daily. Look, when they come in little groups and singles and whatever, it's great. But you get a bunch of them together with the amount of security and limos and traffic. Can y'all just stay about the city? Please? We need to get places. We actually live here and do stuff here. It's not just for one night and a bunch of liquor and pretty dresses. But I wanted to end with a good piece of celebrity news. So a little while back, Tom Hardy sees a man rob someone. Tom Hardy isn't exactly known for being an action star, but this man goes running around doing parkour, hopping over things, chasing someone through the city of London to get back the stolen item for the individual faster than any cop could. So bravo, Tom Hardy. You are a good citizen. And on that note, we're going to get into our next break. When we come back, we're going to talk about my favorite person, Senor Trump. We'll be right back. So we talk a little bit about Trump. I'm going to talk a little bit about Trump. The last 5-6 months that this man's been in office have been one hell of a roller coaster for America. And at this point, people are thinking about impeaching the man, right? And he's not the first president to be thought of being impeached, and he might not be the last. Also, he probably might get impeached because he's been doing some pretty sketch stuff. I'm just saying. But some of the reasons people are mad at him, I think, are ridiculous. All right. People are complaining about he plays too much golf. No one had anything to say about Obama being on TV, late night shows, and whatever all the time. So, I don't know. Whatever they do with the recreation, whatever. His security costs too much. Well, that was a given that people knew when they voted for him. Unfortunately, it wasn't people in New York, and we get stuck with the bill, but he's making amends for that, having the federal government pay for stuff. All right, that's not his sole decision. That has to get passed by, and it got passed, and now he can use the money to pay for his security here in New York. Somebody was complaining about him and his taxes, right? Wasn't there a whole bunch of back and forth about Obama's birth certificate before it was actually revealed? You know, in general, if somebody asks you how much you make in taxes, either you're going to say, I don't know, because you don't know, or because you don't want to tell them. Trump's allowed to do the same thing. Well, he's the president. Honestly, he's still a person. He doesn't want to tell you his stuff. He shouldn't have to tell you, as far as I'm concerned. No other presidents or whatever. Well, there's who's the first at something, and he's the first to say, mind your own damn business, like you should. It's not your business what he made, what he paid. That's not up to him. It's the IRS. The IRS is the one agency not checking up on the man. That means leaving the hell alone about this particular issue. Trump has tried to be good, right? He made friends with Russia. Maybe he became too friendly with Russia, but he made friends with Russia, right? He made friends with China. Can't make friends with China like that, you know. Maybe they only liked him because he made friends with Russia, and Russia's right next door. He even offered to help in merging Palestine, which essentially, the one country divided by Israel, is two countries now, because now they don't even share the same political views. You have different groups running different sides of Palestine. And he wanted to help in merging the two of them, come to agreement before they even step to the table to talk with Israel about making peace, right? Who knows how good he would have been at that, but he's a businessman. And a lot of people in a lot of countries are about that money. If he spoke the right numbers, maybe somebody would have listened to him. We won't know. Or maybe we will. We got to see how this whole impeachment thing goes. This whole FBI scandal, people was hating on this guy for the whole he kind of screwed Hillary over. But now they're all like, oh, if we can use him to get rid of Trump, y'all are just two-faced. The Republicans are funny in general because they back the worst individual ever until eventually they do something that they know is factually bad. Right? Can't, and I have to say factually because if it's opinion-based, well, we have a different opinion, right? That's the first thing to say. Or we're really the Americans, whatever nonsense they come up with. But if it's factually bad, right? Like, he might have just broke the law. Oh, that's bad. He grabbed him by oh, that's bad. Like, everybody was against him. But the moment that he wins, oh, we're back with Trump. You see it? That's Republicans in general. They're shady, right? But I would like to just say to everyone who has dealt with Trump these last 5-6 months, been asking for the impeachment, upset at what they see, what's coming, all of that. All of you who participated in the Democratic primaries, I would just like to say, I hope you feel the burn. This is exactly what you get for voting for Hillary. There is no chance of her taking swing states. I do not know why you wasted your time. And like Trump, you should have played the Electoral College numbers. The man beat you fair and square. He's doing what he would have done in business, right? There's nothing different about what Trump's doing in office than he would do in business. He screws people over and he gets what he wants. That's exactly what he's doing now, and y'all just mad about it because you didn't want him there in the first place. Is he wrong? Probably. But like many would say, until it's proven, prove it. Right? He may have done da-da-da. It's a lot of speculation right now. People are hopping on speculation. I'm gonna be honest with you. He did what he did. He's a G, right? He's just sloppy with his work. But somehow, some way, he walks out of things A-okay. So all the criminal activity he may be doing now just might make him lose the White House, but the man won't get locked up. It's just his thing. And on that note, we're gonna go on break. When we come back, some local news, some movie talk, and me and Migo will come here. So Danny, if you could.
She's so fake.
She's such a slut. You can see the layers on her face.
Look at her chicken legs.
Oh my god. How short is that skirt?
I can't believe she'd even put that on.
Is that her dress? It's not even on her hardly.
It's not even covering her up.
It's actually disgusting. Oh my god. How can she do her hair like that?
I don't even know how this girl has
I
friends.
saw her talking to Holden the other day. Who does she think she is?
I bet she slept with the whole football team. She's not even pretty. She's gained so much weight, she looks like a cow.
Such a good idea. Watch this.
You're good. Oh my god, that's so funny. You gotta post that. I got an idea. Pass this.
Oh my god.
Just talking some Power Rangers. That's just what it be. So welcome.
Thank you.
This is Whoopi, if you don't know. It's like Whoopi, but with an L.
Yep.
And we were just talking a little bit about Trump. Leave my wig alone.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna go in.
You're not talking about the guinea pig?
No guinea pig.
Okay.
The onion loaf. Onion loaf.
All
Get it
right.
right. All right. But nah. A couple different things happening in the city that I wanted to just get to. So Hudson River Park is doing a bunch of like free and low costing events this summer. So if you're trying to get in shape, trying to enjoy some good music and whatever, check them out. They have, I think, a new app that's like the Hudson River Park app. I don't know who does an app for like a random place.
Oh, I know a lot of those.
Like what?
There's, what the fuck's it called? There's one around my house. Jefferson has their own app.
Really?
Yeah, Johnson has their own app. A lot of these community centers have their own labs.
And it tells you like bingo night and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Notifications and stuff like events and when things are happening, when things are not happening. That's a new trend now.
Well, look, you're putting me on. Look at that. So check your local community center for an app, I guess. Find out what free stuff is happening near you. Then we have June 3rd at the Jacob Javits Center is something that I think many people would have no idea about, but there's like a book con. Like an actual, it was about books convention at the Jacob Javits Center. And the only reason I bring this up is because Kevin Hart recently had a book and he's going to be speaking at this event. So if for no other reason, like even if you don't like books, yeah, you can see Kevin Hart talk about his book that day. Yes. And I think he also brought back the chocolate drop. He's going to bring back that character.
Wow.
So,
that's the only character by Kevin Hart didn't like. Chocolate drop that
his
much.
rapper?
Yeah.
Come on now. The corniest stuff ever written.
Nah, when I was watching YouTube, I saw him versus T-Pain, Chocolate Drop versus T-Pain.
Oh, no.
He started talking about chicken nuggets.
Yo, he was spitting for Kendrick.
What?
He was spitting for Kendrick. He was be back Chocolate Drop for Kendrick Lamar. So, you got to check out that clip, too. It's on Facebook.
I don't watch Kevin Hart that much anymore. I only watch his specials because all the other shit's kind of like, it's all right.
Question.
What?
You know that commercial for Celino and Barnes?
I think so. Which one?
The Celino and Barnes injury attorney. Yeah, that joint. Yeah, you may not hear that anymore.
Why not?
Because Celino and Barnes are suing each other for ownership of the company.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know, but one was mad at the other, just like, I'm taking this. And one was just like, nah, my daddy made this, so I'm taking it. And now they're at war, so, we may never hear that jingle again.
What happened to the jingle about, it's your money and you have it now?
Oh, they have that still, but they do the operatic joint.
The fuck you mean?
I have a cash in settlement and I need cash now.
Oh, those, okay.
Oh, money, that whole thing, yeah. Damn it, I can't believe I just did that. But yeah, and then this piece of news cracked me up. So after all of our complaints and they had the board meeting for the prices and everything like that, MTA reveals a plan that will reduce crowding on trains and pick up train speeds and all this other nonsense, right? That eventually they're going to make MTA the way it should be. I'm going to tell you right now.
Like Japan?
Sure. Even Japan has issues, but yeah, at least
you saw them videos?
With the stick.
You saw them? Like the guys are actually hired to shove them in the train.
Yo, that's the best job. You got a bad day. But no, like, I honestly have to say this is just not going to work. I don't know how you can have a plan to reduce crowding when you're shutting down an entire train line.
What train line are they shutting down now?
The L. Next year, the L's just...
You know what? I never really fuck with the L.
Because you don't go out to Canarsie.
Who the fuck goes out there?
Mostly Jamaicans.
Yeah. Who the fuck goes out there? Once again.
And hipsters who think it's a quicker way to get to Williamsburg.
Once again, who the fuck goes out there?
Hello, my name is Araya.
And I am Selena.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher.
And when I grow up, I want to be a nurse.
Did you know that individuals who drive while sending or reading text messages are 23% more likely to be involved in a car crash more than other drivers?
Also, a car crash is typical, happens within an average of 3 seconds after a driver is distracted.
The United States Department of Transportation notes that cell phones are involved in 1.6 million auto crashes in a year.
That causes 500,000 injuries and takes 6,000 lives.
On February 19, 2011, Ashley Jones Davis was killed in a horrific car accident. She was texting and driving when she left the center lane and drove head into a box truck. But she stopped short, writing in her final message, "I can't discuss this right now. Facebooking and driving is not safe." Because of this, a new law was made.
We have families that will miss us.
We also have futures.
There is no text that cannot wait until later.
So let's take this pledge and say no to texting and driving.
Together we can spread the word
and save a life. Don't text and drive.
All right, so fix the technical difficulties, but yeah. So, the L train sucks in your book, yes. Mm-hmm. But what it does is reduce crowding on the A train, which reduces crowding on the west side of Manhattan, which just reduces crowding in general.
Okay.
So MTA plans to reduce crowding, but they're going to shut down an entire train line that would keep people out of my way.
Okay. So what is their plan to cover up for losing the L line? That's it. Just take out the L
They're
line.
just taking out the L line. We're like, we're going to fix it for a year, and that should help with that train line because it was ruined after the storms. I'm like, is it working now? Yeah? Okay, leave it be. I don't know why they're fixing tunnels when the 4 and 5 seem to work during the weekdays. Like, why are you messing with my Sundays getting to work?
Oh my God, son! And I gotta work Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
That should be a blow.
Exactly. It's the worst. It's the
Well,
freaking
I don't
worst.
think this weekend is gonna be fucked up.
Yes,
Cause,
well,
oh fuck!
I'm sure. I'll tell you.
Guess I'm taking that train all over the Brooklyn Bridge.
The Brooklyn Bridge, and you would switch to the R. I don't know why it stops one stop short.
What pissed me off is that why they don't have like a little walkway towards the R train, because it's like right across the park.
No, they have one. This is the most common misnomer. On the back of the 6 train, you can get to the R.
Oh, I didn't think they had a walkway because I was getting tight. But what gets me mad is that the train doesn't tell you that the R is connected to the 6. You're just like,
Yeah?
just the J and Z, and then I consider thinking the J and Z. Then I'm like, I don't fuck with Brooklyn bridges. I don't fuck with Brooklyn trains.
It goes to Queens, too.
Fuck that. Biggie, I love you, but fuck your train.
Oh, sad day. Oh, and what was it? They're gonna have the Jay-Z, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the Gorillaz performing at this year's Meadows Fest here in the tri-state. So this sounds like a pretty good lineup for a concert. I just don't know how any of the 3 are related to each other.
Isn't it a Meadows Fest? It's metal rock and roll, right?
No,
From
Meadows,
Meadows.
like Meadowlands.
Oh. Huh? Boy, I don't even know how the fuck that lineup makes sense.
Right.
Jay-Z's a rapper. Right?
Well, he did Collision Course.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, like,
He also did the whole shit with Linkin Park. So
that's Collision Course.
I didn't even know the fuck that was called. I just thought the shit he did with Linkin Park.
Yes, the album's called Collision
That's
Course.
the only album I didn't like by Linkin Park.
That's the only album that got me listening to rap music in general.
I was listening to rap music since I was small because of Ludacris.
I like Ludacris.
Because he had that one video with the big ass arms. And that's the only video I liked. That's the only reason. What was that? Get back, bitch.
Yeah.
That's the
move.
Yeah, move, bitch. Get out. That was the only movie. Not the only movie.
Video.
The only video that I fucked with.
But
When I was 8 years old.
movie-wise,
What movie now?
King Arthur.
I heard that shit sucks.
See, I gotta get this out there because King Arthur bombed in the box office, but I feel like it bombed because no one knew about it, right? It was never with a movie that was associated with it. I think the first time that they had trailers for it was the Lego Batman movie, right? And I'm like, these two things don't go together. So
They should have put it for like one of the action movies, more like, you know.
it wasn't with Fate 8.
It should have been with Logan.
All these movies, right? It was the most random movies that you would see a trailer for this for. Then I'm looking forward to this movie. I still didn't know what day it came out.
Oh.
Exactly. So regardless of how good or bad the movie is, if opening day is the day people know about, you're gonna get your box office numbers. And then you're gonna get the bad reviews in week 2. You're gonna go from like second to like not even on the top 5 list. So this movie didn't stand a chance at all. But then the movie has the basic action movie flaw where the villain could have been killed the hero like 30 minutes into the movie. Just didn't.
Shit. One of those.
And like Guardians of the Galaxy, the beginning starts off so hot that you're just like, oh, this is gonna be fire. Then they actually start with the movie storyline. You're just like, oh no. What happened? This movie starts off with...
Hold on, you watched the movie?
I watched this movie, yes. I watched this movie.
Oh. I didn't watch this shit.
Well,
Mind you, I like the actor who plays
Charlie
King
Hunnam?
Arthur.
Yes, from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I like him as an actor. Shit, he can be Captain America, fucking Thor, and fucking all these niggas all in one.
I like him. He's a great guy. That's why I was so excited to see this movie. And then I heard it was going to be a trilogy, and I was like, oh, this is going to be great. So, movie starts off with his father getting Excalibur, kicking ass and taking names. Then his father finds out he's being set up and tries to save his son, and it turns into, you know, the story of Arthur from this point onward. So everything about his father, badass. Even the beginning of like Arthur growing up is done very much like Sherlock Holmes in certain, like in the way that it's filmed in certain scenes.
Which Sherlock Holmes?
Every Sherlock Holmes has those scenes that are like really like sped up, like those moments. Let's say he's predicting how a situation is going to go, something like that. So that's how they kind of filmed his whole aging process from when he's a kid on a boat getting away from being killed and becoming a man. They had a really interesting interpretation of what the stone was that held the sword, which normally no one even thinks about, but I thought was pretty cool how they kind of made it important. And even like Jude Law as a villain was a pretty good villain. But this is where the movie falls apart. The lead actress barely speaks English. Seriously, I mean, could hardly understand what she's saying. And then not only can you hardly understand what she's saying because of her accent, but she sounds like she's talking like Helen Keller. Okay.
This nigga.
I'm serious. Terrible choice. The love story they build between her and King Arthur, ridiculous. And she's an all-powerful witch, but all she can do is talk to animals. There's literally a scene where instead of getting birds to like attack archers, all they can do is kind of flutter around them and block their vision.
Listen, the more you talk, the less I want to watch this fucking movie.
But here's the thing, though. Despite her completely bombing more than half of this film, all the action scenes are fire. This is a must-watch movie, just not a must-watch in theater movie. You know what I'm
So
saying?
I'm guessing I'm waiting for the shade either for Netflix.
Netflix, there we
or
go.
Showbox.
Whichever comes first.
Showbox.
I give it a solid 3 because it's an action movie, right?
She give it a solid 6 at least. At least a
3
6.
out of 5.
No.
I give it a solid 3 out of 5.
4. 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5.
You didn't even watch it.
I don't care. 2 out of 5.
You didn't watch
the way
it?
you described it, 2 out of 5.
Watch it and I'm telling you, the action redeems everything. It's really sad how much the action kind of redeems everything. Because there's a lot wrong. I mean, literally, she ruins the movie. Besides basic action flaw, like, there's okay.
So hold on. I got a question.
Uh-huh.
This whole movie, I kid you not, looked nice on trailer. It looked really like dope.
It really did.
It didn't?
Wow.
What?
I was hyped for it. Were you hyped for it?
I was hyped for it because I like the actor.
King Arthur, right?
Yeah.
Hype.
I was like, no, it's those movies.
One of
One of
those. What do you mean by one of those?
He said it's gonna have its little moments, but it's gonna be
Dry? It's going to be dry for like the
It
rest-
wasn't. Well, that's the issue. It wasn't dry. It was a really good interpretation of the story. It just had this one actor who just messed everything up, and I've never seen a movie that does that. I've never seen where you get a movie where you have a bunch of actors and it's a poor script. This was a good script, it was a great idea, honestly. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of interpretations
So
of King Arthur.
it was a great script, but it couldn't be executed better. That's what you're saying.
It should have been executed better. Something's a little bit off with the directing. Something's a little bit off with this one actress. Like, she really hurts this film.
So the main actor is fine.
Oh, Charlie does his thing.
That's all I care about.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck everybody else.
That's why I said it's a must see, just not in theaters.
Showbox.
Showbox.
Showbox. Fuck paying movie. I'm a Premier's member, and I'm not even paying for that shit. Fuck that. Listen, I'm so cheap. I'm willing to watch the movies early in the morning on my days off. All right.
Man, that's just hood. That ain't cheap.
That's cheap as fuck. I'm willing to go to 42nd Street just to watch this movie early in the fucking morning. Fuck that
I thought
shit.
East 86 was cheaper.
They actually all the same fucking price when it's in the mornings. It doesn't fucking matter. It's called matinee. It's all fucking the
Yeah,
same.
but they were all different prices before. I guess they leveled it out.
Nah, everything's up. Plus, I buy my shit online, so fuck it.
True. Yeah.
I be spending like $7 a pop. That's
Okay.
14, especially when me and my girlfriend go. Should be $14 a pop.
Yeah, I like it when it's cheap like that. I really do. It makes my day because I see a lot of movies. And there was another one I really wanted to talk about. Oh, so you know Marquise Houston, that dude who used to like sing and with B2K, was on Sister Sister and whatnot. Roger on Sister Sister.
Listen, I vaguely remember that show. That's how insignificant that show was to me.
He used to even go by Batman.
I guess I know who you're talking about. I got an idea who you're talking about.
So he's been making a bunch of movies recently. Mm-hmm. Right? And they're all these B Netflix movies. What was it? One of them is called Only for One Night. This one doesn't star him in it, but it's one of his productions. And it's pretty much about... Karuchi's in all his movies now. I don't know why.
Karuchi, Chris Brown's girl?
Ex girl.
Yeah, okay.
But yes, her. She comes by the building sometimes too.
Oh, lit.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Ooh.
she's this, you know, her husband's a super successful person. She does Lord knows what, but whatever. And her sister, who's even hotter than her, lost her husband, so she's living with them. She decides to Karuchi takes her stepson to a basketball tournament that's in another state for whatever reason, and leaves her sister alone with her husband. So of course, you know.
They're in the fucking.
Yeah, surprisingly though, the sister drugs the husband.
This just reminds me a little bit of the movie with Keanu Reeves and the two girls.
Essentially, it's the black version.
Oh, okay. So it's the ratchet one, I guess, the ratchet shit.
Not even ratchet, just full of black actors. Like they just did a black version of said movie.
What was it called, that movie with Keanu Reeves and
I
the
don't
two
even remember.
girls?
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of the movie.
Speaking of black ratchet shit, they had like a soap opera on Facebook with lines. So this is the whole thing with the thing. So they had pictures talking about Tyrone, fucking Nana, fucking Mufasa. Like imagine just a black soap opera with tiger pictures.
So just
lion pictures.
Ghetto Lion King.
Yeah, pretty much. I kid you.
Who did this?
I don't know who did it. People just share it on my Facebook. Listen, I find a lot of dumb shit on my Facebook. They just share it.
But why have I not seen this yet?
Because you're just not that black.
Oh, Riri.
Yeah, really? Not what the fuck's Riri? So Rihanna?
What you think?
Rihanna, motherfucker? Rihanna, motherfucker?
Riri?
Yeah, Riri.
No, Riri.
Nigga, say it right. All right.
Riri.
You and your little Pokemon hat.
Well, actually, that brings me to this point. Danny, can you pull up the pick of the week, por favor?
If it's possible.
So this is the pick of the week right here. And this is something for all the geeks out there. It's from PokeCanto, really fun page on Instagram. And it's, I got a new Kadabra plushie. Can I see? Sends the picture. That's an Alakazam. Well, it was Kadabra when I sent it to you. See, every geek who watches this will get this joke. In old school Pokemon, you had to trade Pokemon for them to evolve. And this is one of them. So you got a Kadabra, you trade them, you get Alakazam.
You still do.
Well, you can always check this stuff now. There were no cheat codes for evolving back in the day.
Yeah, there were.
The only one was to get Mew.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't there like glitches and shit to get like ultimate rare candies and shit?
Yeah, but there weren't cheat codes to evolve.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So, can't tell me.
Eat a butt.
Present one.
You know what got me tight though? Whenever I didn't know that you had to trade certain Pokemons, so I used to just go hard training Hunter because I want
a Gengar.
Yeah, Gengar. But I never got a fucking Gengar.
Because you didn't trade it.
Yeah, pissed me the fuck off. From there on, I stopped fucking training fucking Hunter to be for fucking Gengar. Never train Hunter ever again after that. Never. The moment I looked that shit up online, because my man's was level 78. Listen, I was level 78 with fucking Gengar. Had this nigga Shadow Ball, fucking Nightmare Eater, all this shit, sleep, everything. Motherfucker didn't evolve at all. I was getting tight. I had to look it up. You have to have an item with him on, and then you have to train him with that.
No item.
No item? Oh, that's only that's only Onyx.
Well, not only Onyx. There are a lot more now, but yeah.
But that shit irked the fuck out of me when I found that shit. I'm like, yo, I spent all this time for no fucking reason. Like, I really got mad.
Essentially, yeah.
I could have been training something else. I couldn't be because the first Pokemon game I ever played was a fucking Ruby and Sapphire.
Oh, you're such a baby.
Fuck, I didn't like the way the other ones looked.
You're such a baby.
I am. I played the other ones when they came out for DS. Like Soul Silver, I played that shit with DS. I like Soul Silver. I didn't like Heart Gold though. I fucking hate Ho-Ho. Fucking fruity ass bird.
Ho-Oh.
Ho-Ho.
Ho-Oh.
Ho-Ho.
Ho-Oh.
No, ho ho.
It is
To me, it's ho ho because that bird's a hoe. Right?
How? It has no children. It's the only one of its kind.
Motherfucker had 3 children, all right? It was
No.
in his own tower.
No, no,
Nigga's
no, no,
lightning
no, no,
strike.
no, no, no,
That
no,
nigga
no.
nut was the lightning.
It was not. It was not its children. Those are not its children.
In my mind, they are his children.
Oh my
You
God.
give him a little sprinkle.
You sound like a white girl now. My puppies are my kids.
Listen, Sorbet is my kid, okay? Sorbet is my kid. That's an inside joke, but Sorbet is my kid.
It's really not an inside joke. That's just for fans who saw dear white people.
No, we talking about me. You. The reason why you know exactly why.
Well, I know why you said it, but I'm just saying it's not an inside joke. Anyone's gonna laugh. Question: You know WWE makes movies now and again, right?
Oh yeah, from time to time.
From time to time. You ever see The Marine?
No, which one was that one?
John Cena, then
Randy
Ed
Orton?
DiBiase, Randy Orton, I think was one. What's his face is now the guy. The Miz is now the guy. They did one with Dean whatever, right? Yeah, Dean Ambrose, right? So that's their big movie line. They've done other stuff. They even had like a Christmas movie with The Miz recently. They finally made a movie that's legit. Slight.
Which one?
Slight. Slight's a movie that came out recently. And it's about a young kid who he does street magic, but after losing his mother, needs money for the bills to, provide for him and his sister. So he sells drugs, and how he gets caught up in the game too far and how he tries to get out. And normally that sounds like your typical hood movie. This kid is intelligent. He has, he pretty much uses science.
Is he white?
No, black.
Oh.
He uses science to amplify his body. The lead actress in this joint is badass. I mean, dude, me and my friend, we watching this like, yeah, she can get it. The girl goes, yeah, she can get it. That's, you know what I'm saying? She's straight. She can get it. But the entire movie, like the acting is really good. The storyline's really good. The bad guys are awesome. The bad guy is from Psych, the black guy from Psych. He's the kingpin of the drug dealers.
Oh.
A lot of comedy in it too, but like not ha ha Guardian Galaxy, but just like some really like good snickers. Dude, it was a really great movie. The only thing lacking in this movie was that the ending is a little right? And just because the rest of the movie was so good, the ending kind of leaves you wanting like a slight or a slight 2.
So on a scale of 1 to 10.
4.5 out of 5. That's my ranking is out of 5.
So
4.5 out of 5.
So 8.
4.5 out of 5.
In my scaling, at 8.
That'd be a 9 out of 10.
Fuck that 8.
You can't. It's times 2.
Fuck that an 8.
It'd be a 90 out of 100.
8.
People, it is official. He can't do math.
People is official. I don't fucking care. I'm retarded.
Retweeted.
I
almost made you say it.
So close. Almost. He almost had me.
So close. And last but not least, there was one other thing I wanted to get to. I am not the hugest Adam Sandler fan. I like him. Don't get me wrong.
I like some of his movies.
Some of his movies are really good. He has a movie called Sandy Wexler that came out.
I saw half of it.
It gets really good. Like it's a really good movie by the end of it. Like it's the entire time you're trying to figure out where all these celebrities are that they're talking about him. I'm thinking sure as hell it's his funeral. The entire movie.
I thought it was like a premiere party. He was throwing some shit like that.
Right? So watching this movie, there are a bunch of celebrities, like actual celebrities that are in this thing talking about this agent who was played by Adam Sandler.
Manager.
Whatever. And
you gotta go by the movie.
What's the difference?
A manager, someone is your family member. He's your family member. An agent just there for money.
Fair enough. And how he was integral to some part of their career. A lot of them, thank him for being the reason they blew up or showing them the ropes and whatever. And it's this weird kind of mockumentary along the way until inevitably you get to what the purpose of this event is and you see Sandy in real time. It's a slow-paced movie, so yeah, it's going to take a while to sit through it, but I give it a 4 out of 5. It's really good, it's really genuine, and the ending of it is a lot of fun. So if you have nothing else to watch on Netflix, because, I'm not going to tell you to prioritize this over your usual stuff, but watch Sandy Wexler, because I was surprised by how much I enjoyed this.
I watched half of it. The reason why, not even half. I'm gonna say I got up to the part where they was showing where he lives at, and they was talking to the dogs.
Oh yeah.
That's the part I left. The reason why, because I don't know what it is. I saw all his other movies. I saw The Do-Over,
Which I enjoyed.
I saw the other one that he made, the Ridiculous Six, which I like Ridiculous.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I like the Ridiculous Six. But because I saw this movie, I already knew pretty much where this movie was going to go. So I kind of stopped halfway like, this shit's not that funny.
Actually, you can't predict the ending.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was surprised. I can say I honestly was surprised by like.
Okay,
oh.
I'll give it a third chance.
Okay.
No, you think I'm joking.
No,
I
know.
try to give that shit
I
a
know.
second chance. I just couldn't. All I know is the nigga's funny when he starts lying. Like this nigga's slick talking motherfucker.
Yeah.
That nigga sound like one of them old niggas at job places.
Owens?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, he sound like him.
All right, and on that note, that's my show. This has been another episode of Will's Review. We'll catch you guys next week. Wolfie, thank you. I'm Will D. Peace.